Hey everybody, this is Tom again in Western North Carolina, and this is the next video on how to make a rocking chair. Anyways, I did my mortises and worked on my back post today, and so I wanted to tell you some of the things I ran into that are different from just the regular chair. Most of the stuff is just the same as the regular chair. You know how to the actual making the mortises is exactly the same, but the layout is a little bit different. And one of the main differences is that this bottom mortise here is in the post where the post is round, and therefore it needs to be right in the middle of the post. Got to be right in the middle. Okay, and then as I go up, let's start at the top. These top two mortises are the same distance in from this front, and that's, one chisel width in from the front. And then this one here is a chisel width plus a little bit. Plus about the width of a pencil lead. And then this one is a chisel width plus 2 pencil leads. That's just how I kind of judge it. And this is just the width of the chisel there. And then a width of the chisel plus, and then this is a width of the chisel plus plus. And that works out just fine. So that's the difference on that. This one here needs to be right in the middle. Another thing I ran into is I laid out my one post, and then I laid out my other post, and when I compared them, the marks weren't in the same place. They didn't line up very well. So what I decided to do was I chose one of the posts and I moved the marks around the corner. I had the marks on this face, but I moved them around onto the front so that I could put the two posts together like this, and then I could transfer the mark over very easily. I could see it. And so that's what I did to get my marks in the same place on both posts. All right. And so the next step, now that I've got my back posts all smoothed up and my front posts all made, I'm going to be drilling those for the back rungs and the front rungs. And that's going to be real straightforward, just like we did before. Just like I did before. And the slats are very similar. The bend in the slats is very similar to the bend in the other chair. And so that angle is going to be pretty close to the same. You can change it a little bit if you want, but it's about 72 degrees. 72 degrees, when you set this up to drill it, that angle that we used against that front face. Anyways, and you're going to need to get yourself a set of dummy rungs for your back, to do your back. I found my 17.5-inch dummy rungs that are going to be used to work on the back to get the slat set up. All right, I told you the other day that you could make a 4-slat chair, and I was hesitant about the actual where you put the slats, but I believe, according to that stick there, that the bottom 2 slats, this slat here and this slat, you would put them in the same places as the 5-slat, But then the third slat up, I believe, is moved up just a little bit, 3/16 of an inch up. And then the fourth slat is moved up 1/4 of an inch. And then the total length of the chair, the back post, is 38 1/4. 38 1/4. And so that actually, usually I cut my logs 40 inches for regular chairs. And so that means you could actually make a 4-slat rocking chair with a 40-inch log. This 5-slat rocker requires a longer log. Anyways, I think that's correct. If you want to make a 4-slat, it's perfectly fine to do that. Anyways, I made those mortises. I chopped out all 10 of those mortises pretty easily this morning using the same tools, my little mortise chisel, my 2-inch mortise that I use for marking, and a little bit on the thing. My little thing to check to see if I have them deep enough, and then my little digger tool. Same tools. So anyways, that's about all I have to tell you right now on this. So anyways, most everything about this is pretty similar to the old, what we've already done. And the new stuff is going to be the rockers and the arms are going to be the new information. Had a little bit of new information with, laying out this one mortise. And so anyways, that's about all I've got to say today. It's a little bit cloudy out today, but a beautiful day here. And I'm thankful for what I have. I hope you can be thankful for what you have. And I thank you for watching. The other day I just got the notification that I had 100 subscribers. Woohoo! Yahoo! So that's just some kind of silliness, I think, but I'm glad you guys are watching, and I hope somebody's getting something out of this. So anyways, I'll see you just in a couple of days. I should be moving on with this. Okay, bye.